All right. It's Deadman's Tone Podcast with your host, Mr. Deadman. SK Barrett's here, a life coach that can unfuck your life. Also, Tammy
But
G.
not mine.
The lovely Tammy G. You know, and I forgot to do the whole live from Meth County, Texas, blah, 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 blah. But you guys know what it is.
This is going to be a great show tonight, everybody.
I know, I could feel it.
Ready?
I could feel it. October Blitz, man. I'm feeling it tonight. It's finally
The Blitz has fucking ran us into the ground, people. So yeah.
I'm finally feeling it. Last night I was talking
Notes on
shit.
lethargy.
I was talking shit with Leo and SK saying, you know, it's okay. It's not that bad. But today was just lazy. If I could find an excuse.
You know, it's late October. It's a crisp autumn evening, and I'm sipping on some Fireball.
And I'm sipping
That's
on
what it
some
is.
wine.
I need some Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull vodka over here. Because tonight we're talking about best and worst horror monsters. We have a sponsor tonight. What am I doing here? We're never.
Don't forget that.
Yeah,
It's wood.
it's wood.
It'll give you
Oh.
wood.
Well, first I gotta pull it up, guys. Come on.
I mean, we got to talk about the wood.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
All right. Pulling up the image now, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we pay the bills here, and also your kind donations.
Nothing but class on Dead Man's Tome.
Nothing. Looking to update your style.
No class.
Shop top picks for every space and budget. Wow, look at this.
I like it, though.
You can get a log.
You like the log?
I like the log.
I got 3 or 4 in my garage. You know,
You want to send me
$50 are yours plus free
Thank
shipping.
Fuck you. You're going to send those to me for free.
Well,
Are you kidding?
not exactly free. You remember the arrangement.
So she's getting wood, all right.
I mean, maybe no cash, but
I need some wood.
you and me both, lady.
So
You know,
yeah.
this reminds me of, you know, this is the kind of quote unquote furniture you had when you were like right out of high school or college and you didn't have any fucking money. But then when you get nostalgic for that, you can pay an arm and a leg for a log and call it, you know, a style choice.
Right.
Instead of
IKEA, fresh out of high school.
Oh, that's nice.
well,
Yeah.
this log is for when you have a log end table. That's before you can afford IKEA.
Yeah. It's better
I
than
guess I skipped
crates.
that whole part.
It's better than like milk crates, you know? I mean that shit.
Cinder block bookshelves.
Man. So yeah, if you need some wood in your life, check this out. I think the promo code is Deadman's Tome. Actually, sorry, I read it wrong. SK's Wood. SK's Wood is the promo code. So
You need some wood in your life.
mhm.
My
So that's the
God.
show, guys. Thank you for watching. We're done now. No, I'm just
It's been real.
it's just joking. No. So best and worst horror monsters. So tonight we're talking horror monsters. There's a whole bunch. Just about every movie as a monster.
Oh,
But
there's so many monsters in the world.
yeah.
And in the movies, I mean.
Yeah. But wait. No, on this list or the monsters we bring up and we talk about, are we including like the human monsters like Jason and
Yeah, they're monsters.
all right.
Yeah, but in what sense are they?
Well-
Okay, pull up the best horror monsters. They're on the list, so...
Well, they're probably going to be on the list, but there's some lists
Well,
might exclude
I
them.
think that at least Jason and Freddy should be because they're technically dead.
They are.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'll grant that.
So
I mean,
they're not
Michael
just-
probably not because he's not technically dead.
yeah,
but-
Michael.
Or
did it.
the
No, that you
chainsaw
are.
guy in Texas.
Yeah, Leatherface isn't dead. He's just psycho.
Yeah.
He's still a monster.
Oh well, human monsters exist, but that's not what we're talking about.
That's
You
what
know.
we do on Thursdays.
Yeah, I got to get back on that show with you guys.
You do. You do.
You
Yeah.
want to talk? You want to talk? Oh, you don't want to. You don't want to do Halloween because Halloween's your big night.
Yeah, I can't do Halloween. Next week.
Okay.
But I think this Halloween might be trying to summon a demon. So check that out, guys. After you're done, trick or treating and what parties you have, I think there might be a demon episode. I don't know.
And after you listen to Real Monsters talk about Satanic Panic.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ooh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tradition that keeps on giving.
Now,
Oh, no
about
worries.
horror
Okay.
monsters, what's one of your favorites? I guess we can start with our favorites. Just kind of go and bullshit about that. Talk about that real fast.
Favorite
Yeah.
monsters. Favorite
You know, I'll
monsters.
tell you one of the monsters, and it ranks high on a lot of lists, that creeped me out hugely when I was a kid and I would stay home sick from school, whether I was actually sick or not.
Mhm.
And you know how you watch the TV and you watch the reruns and I'd watch this old black and white movie from 1954 called Them.
The giant
And
ants.
The
Right.
giant ants. And did you know that has Leonard Nimoy in it? And James Arness and Fess Parker, for crying out loud. Those are serious names.
Right.
Do you know
But those-
how, I don't think I've ever even seen that because that predates me by quite a bit.
It predates me by some.
I've seen it. And wait, and I'm the youngest one here. So come on.
Shut up.
It's a
Yeah.
classic. I mean,
in the
corny,
age of
but-
streaming, you can't just say, "Oh, that was before my time."
yeah.
Well,
Um,
I haven't seen that one, so I'll have to watch it.
yeah, it's the classic. Ants get into radioactive sugar, and then they become giant sized. And you get into apparently
Yeah, if it's
small
only that
towns in
easy
the
to go
desert
from
have
small to
giant sewer
giant.
systems.
I need some of that sugar. I'm just kidding.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
yeah, it would just an end table.
That sounds like an episode. Mr. Deadman tries radioactive sugar as an experiment. We'll see what happens. Oh, sounds like a bonus show. Not to plug our Patreon, but patreon.com/deadmanstome. Starting November, we're gonna start doing the bonus shows again because we can.
I thought you said a boner show. Never mind.
Mr. Deadman's boner show. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know who'd watch that, but
That'll be a short show.
literally.
That's why he needs this radioactive sugar stuff.
I know. It helps enhance certain things. It did well with the ants. It enhanced them because they're massive.
Yeah, but maybe I don't know. Maybe you need an exoskeleton for it to work.
But I mean, a radioactive giant ant is scary. Like that's creepy as fuck. Like if you were to see that, like what do? You shoot it?
Well, thank goodness the laws of physics are against it ever happening. But it's a good thing that can't happen because they could be like tossing houses around and tanks, planes because of their, massive out of scale strength.
You're right because ants can carry what. It's been a while since I've watched them.
10 times their body weight or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Pretty strong.
So if they weighed 2,000 pounds, yeah, that would be problematic.
Yeah, they'll bulldoze your house real fast. They'll just pick that shit up. But
Yeah.
they don't even have to be like this ridiculous size. Just imagine if ants were like the size of like a rat.
Or a
That'd
dog.
be fucking crazy. Yeah. Man, if ants were even like the size of a spider, that'd be something crazy. But we're just. I guess people.
Well,
dismiss
not only
this
that,
one.
but they work in teams.
Yeah.
So it's not just the size of the individual, but the team effort that they are able to bring to bear on a particular obstacle. because they don't care if any one of them dies.
Yeah. It's all about
You
the
know.
team, all about the collective. It's all,
Kind of like the Chinese army.
yeah. You kill one, kill two, three, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They're gonna get you.
It doesn't matter.
How did they kill them in the movie? Did they use like flamethrowers?
They use flamethrowers and bazookas, and I don't remember, actually. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't remember what ultimately... I think in the ultimate irony, they were considering nuclear weapons.
Oh my
Let's
god.
nuke the radioactive spiders. Ants, that should work.
Yeah.
But they're radioactive. So...
Honestly, I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie since... I think the last time I saw it was in the 80s.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I mean, I think I saw it. It might have been in the 80s as well, because it would definitely have to be maybe like 88, 89. And, okay. So I don't really remember too much. I know we were talking about the last episode, maybe doing horror movie reviews or just movie reviews. This might be one of them.
Yeah.
We just go back and watch this and review this. See if it holds up.
Oh yeah, it's not a good movie by any stretch, but I mean for the genre and the time, it was pretty advanced.
Oh yeah, I'll give him that. I mean, just even the still right here, you have this giant looking ant thing. That's not CG. That's a practical effect.
No,
It looks
real,
kind of, sort of. It looks ridiculous, but also looks.
But it
I
doesn't
remember,
look too bad for that time.
Yeah, and they had some soldiers getting grabbed by the mandibles and hauled off and shit like that, and it was, as a 6-year-old kid, that was pretty freaky.
6 years old. How old are you? Never mind. I'm just
Well, he's called the
Yeah.
grandpa on the show for a reason. I think he might be like 88.
I don't think he's old enough to be my grandpa.
He walks with a walker. I'm just
Shut up.
no.
You're such a dick.
I'm so mean to everybody.
You are. You're so mean.
No, I think this kid's like 75.
Oh Jesus!
Shut the fuck
No?
up. He is not 75.
Okay, can we even guess his age? Like 65.
58.
You're just gonna keep throwing numbers out.
Eventually, it's gonna be right.
What's the prize?
Nothing. What about you, SK? SK. Tammy,
I know my age. I don't have to guess.
I was trying to segue, but I messed up the name. So, Tammy, what's your favorite monster?
My favorite monster?
Yeah, you got a favorite horror monster?
You remember that movie House?
We talked about a movie called House last night, but I don't think it's the same one.
It's like, it's an older movie, and there's this old, like, cowboy looking, like, skeleton dude. Oh, I gotta find him on it. He's my favorite. I don't know what his name was, though.
The movie was called House?
Yeah. And it's got, like, a skeleton hand, like, finger going, like...
Oh, okay. I know what movie you're talking
about?
about. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up...
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
85?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, the old dude in that movie. He's like an old skeletonish looking...
Oh my God, William Catt was starred in it. George Wendt. William Catt was that goofy superhero guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the monster in that movie. Like I don't know what it is about him, but I have like memories of that movie in my head from like such a young age. Like I don't know, that movie's always stuck with me. I think he's my favorite.
Is it the bloated looking, wrinkly skin?
No, it's I'm looking at the pictures right now, and you see the military guy, the skeleton military guy, but that's not. He was like a cowboy.
He looked like a cowboy. I don't see a cowboy here.
So I'm guessing. I guess it's the military guy with the skeleton like body.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what turns you on.
Yeah, it's fucking hot.
That's what she
He's
likes.
ripped. Dude, he's ripped.
All right. Here,
That guy's my favorite.
okay, let me get an image. I'll throw it up on the screen here. I'm surprised you didn't say Jason.
Jason's. I'm not like a huge fan of Friday the 13th. Out of like those like cult horror movies, I would say Freddy would like win that, but he's not my favorite either.
You like those long fingers?
I do.
He likes the claws, but not his perviness. I mean, Freddy's perviness is another level, right? I mean, he likes kids. No, that's not.
Well,
funny.
I mean, he was like a child molester, so that's kind of not okay. But
Yeah.
this guy right here, he was my favorite monster.
Okay.
I mean, those kind of horror monster guys that are, these anti-sex monsters, right? They're always after the ones that are going to have sex and try and stop them from that.
Incels?
No, they're trying to create insults, if anything.
Yeah, true. I don't know.
I don't remember anything about this movie. I need to rewatch this. House, 1985.
You have. That's such a good movie.
But just look at the screenshots alone. This guy looks like he'd freak me out. This bloated,
He was
wrinkly
fucking
looking
freaky.
penis thing.
Yeah, the blobby looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy looking too.
That is crazy. It's like a
Whoa.
wrinkly
Cute.
penis with
There's
hair
your
on it.
date, SK.
Like Weinstein's dick or something.
That would make your penis like go up inside of you.
It's horrible looking.
She is, right? Look at
That's
this
a
red
she?
lipstick. She's got red lipstick on.
I don't assume anymore, you know?
Could be herpes.
Well, I mean, these days you never know, but no, like seriously, she's like, "Come here, Big Daddy." She's got that long, flowy hair and then big, juicy red lips.
I think I saw her profile on Match.com.
Yeah. I wrote about Plenty of Fish. Because I think I saw her there too.
She was on Tinder too.
Oh man. How am I supposed to top this? I don't have anything. I mean, my favorite, if I want to, one of my favorites, because we going through a list here. One of my favorites, actually, very simple, is the ghost dog, the Zool terror dog from Ghostbusters.
Yes.
That thing.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
that actually scared me.
You can buy the exact replica of that from Spirit.
You can?
Yeah, this year they came out with it. The thing is like huge. It's massive.
That bothered you? I thought it was so goofy.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I did
Okay,
too.
well, first off, you got to think, I'm younger than you guys, right? So when I watched Ghostbusters,
Oh
I
my
was
god,
like,
you're not that much younger than me, Jesse.
Tammy, you're like 48. Okay.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
the 10 demerits.
Whoa.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
I quit. You guys have a show.
Wow.
Come on, Jesse.
Oh, wow.
I know for a fact she's not any older than 46.
Oh. She says she's not, but you can tell by the wrinkles. You tell by the rings inside. You look inside, you see the rings, you count them.
Are we talking about Tammy or the dog?
I don't even have wrinkles.
Okay, so
Are
this
you
dog.
fucking kidding me? And I am not even in my 40s, so you guys can go suck a big fat one.
Okay, maybe I
Fat
will.
wooden tape.
I mean, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. So if it comes up, okay. But no, but seriously though, back on subject, this dog, it did freak me out when I saw
I
it. Because
hope that dog comes and bites your balls off.
I hope he tries, and I'll tame it, and then he'll be my guard dog.
Yeah,
It's
No.
just a cute puppy.
Yeah, I'll tame it.
you're such a little wimp.
Well, I'm good with dogs. I'm good with dogs.
I had Dobermans for a lot of years. They're not any worse than this.
Yeah, right. They just need some. They just need to know their place. They just need some attention, some affection.
Some training.
Yeah, let them know that you're not afraid of them, and that you know what, I can feed you, I'll pet you, I'll get you attention.
And if you're lucky, inside one of them is Sigourney Weaver.
That's right. That's a bonus. Hey. But seriously, yeah, it did freak me out when I first saw it. I know, like the first time you see it is like what in the apartment party, and they're like throwing the coats on it or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It was hilarious, but just the way it looked, I was like that's kind of weird, I don't know. It's simple things. So oh wait, Tammy sent us something about dicks.
Yeah.
Tammy, don't be sending us dick pics while we're streaming.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God. SK, he's really pushing my buttons tonight.
Oh.
You're an asshole, Jesse. Asshole.
Well, it's normally
Tammy.
you and SK busting my balls here. I don't know what's going on here tonight. So okay.
I mean, if it was me, there's only one button I'd push.
All right. So now, what about other horror monsters? Which ones do you like, guys? Like, when do you think horror monster you got to talk about? Like which one comes to your mind?
So one of the ones that really freaked out my daughters when they were young was the ones in Dark Crystal.
Oh yeah, but that was just
I'm not sure
creepy.
what that is either.
And they weren't. I don't know that they weren't meant to be scary. I don't believe, but they were just weird and creepy, and it weirded them out.
Right? She talked about like the. She does. I mean, the way they look, the Muppets looking thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just look creepy looking. The
Right.
whole thing looked creepy. I don't have those images pulled up here, but
By the way, have you noticed how much the Olsen twins look like those elf dolls?
a lot. They
Oh
do.
my God, yes.
Dark Crystal, man.
Oh shit, that's
I mean, they
great.
look exact. It's like they had pictures of these elf Muppets from the movie and said, "That's what we're aiming for."
Right?
So funny. I think my favorite is Pazuzu.
Pazuzu?
Besides yeah, because I mean, The Exorcist is my favorite movie, so Pazuzu only makes sense.
Yeah, Pazuzu's a good pick. I mean, first off, we're talking
Yeah.
about The Exorcist, which is a classic.
And plus, Pazuzu's a real demon, so
Yeah.
it makes it even better.
Add a bonus there.
Yeah. So, I dig Pazuzu.
You dig Pazuzu.
I dig Pazuzu.
Yeah.
I dig, getting possessed and all that's pretty cool too, so.
Throwing up pea soup, having your head spin around.
Yeah, screwing yourself with a crucifix. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
You don't need a demon for that.
And you just recently watched it in I guess theaters again.
I did. I watched it on the big screen. That was fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And we had
I've seen
Eileen
it
on
like
the
a
show.
Huh?
We had Eileen on the show.
Yes, exactly. She was excited too that I saw it in the theater. It was cool. It's like a whole different feel watching it in the movie theater than watching it on TV.
Absolutely.
Now,
Yeah.
would you put Pazuzu in a best or worst? Like, I mean, like how would you, as far as like how it would rank? It would be high up there, right?
Way up there.
Way
Yeah.
One
up
of the
there, because it's a demon. I mean, that could totally ruin your life, right?
Yeah.
one of the best demon monsters, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the demon monsters are just stupid looking.
But I think the way they handled that in The Exorcist was great because you didn't really get to. You did see it for a little bit, right? But most of it was just on the girl and the transformation on her.
Well, I mean, so the face, yeah, but the real, the statue when the priest was in, I think it was Iraq or Iran or something. That statue where he goes up and he faces it and the dogs are kind of barking at each other.
Yeah.
That's Pazuzu.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that dates back to God before Christ, I think. So
Yes.
I don't know. I think that should be like on the top for sure. Because it's real. It's not just like some make believe movie thing.
It is real. And that's the interesting
Not
thing
Tim
about
Curry
about
and
The
giant
Exorcist.
horns.
No. I think what in the development of Exorcist, they approached it. Well, they wanted to make it real. They wanted to make it as real as possible,
Right.
and they did that. They treated it well, so it worked out.
For sure.
What about doll monsters?
Ooh,
Doll monsters.
creepy dolls, man. I
Creepy
I
dolls.
like creepy dolls, though. I have creepy dolls, so
They're-
those don't scare me.
like. Wait, are we gonna include Chucky in this?
Sure.
I guess he would
Well,
count.
Chucky's like cute and cuddly. Like I'd cuddle with Chucky.
As long as he doesn't have a knife on him.
I like knives.
Oh, he might stab you, Tammy. He might stab you.
That's
So
Blood
a
doesn't
doll
bother
with a
me.
knife is kind of like in your, that's in like your sweet spot then.
Yeah, that's some good fun.
A
kinky
demon
shit
doll
there.
with a knife.
It works out.
Checking all the boxes.
Oh yeah, Chucky's the man.
The hard doll
Oh, man.
monsters. Let's see. There's fresh memory here because Ash vs. the Evil Dead. They had an episode where they had a possessed little doll. That tried to like bite his
Oh,
nuts.
yeah.
And shit.
Right?
That was creepy. And then you have what didn't have?
Dolls are all creepy.
Yeah. I'd agree
You
with
think
that.
so?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll send you some pictures of my haunted dolls.
You have a haunted doll.
Yeah, I have two
Oh, that's
Actual haunted,
actual
Or just-
haunted dolls.
not
Act-
just Halloween decorations.
No, like actual haunted dolls.
Do they get up and walk around at night?
Yep.
Do they
No.
do any work while they're up?
No, but I've gotten like
Lazy
I've
fucking
gotten some
dolls.
good activity off of them actually, but no, they don't get up and walk around.
aw.
Aww.
Do
I mean,
they talk?
they might as well do something.
Yeah. Do they talk?
Well, they talk through a device, not like
Hmm.
you know, hey, what's up?
It's-
Hmm.
What about the doll, Puppet Master? That's some pretty good dolls there.
And those are kind of creepy
Yeah.
for sure.
Poltergeist had creepy dolls.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, another good one.
They did. They did.
The little clown guy. Yeah. he's
Yes.
good, too.
All my kids used to have clown dolls, and they just nope.
Yeah. Say no to that stuff. Annabelle. Creepy doll.
You know, I'm not a fan. I mean, the movies were all completely fucking horrible.
I don't
and
really
I
like
know
the
there's,
Conjuring
like-
stuff, but I mean,
The Conjuring stuff, yes, but the actual Annabelle 1, 2, and 3 were all terrible movies.
oh.
It's true, the story behind the doll is creepy as fuck, yes, but like the way that they did the movies were terrible.
So what makes a creepy doll creepy? Like what makes what sells it?
See, dolls don't creep me out, so I can't. But they are vessels. They are said to be vessels,
Hmm.
so I guess that could be a creepy aspect.
Well, I don't know if they're vessels.
They're vessels.
They
They
can't
could
be
be
SK.
assholes.
They're assholes. Well, assholes are vessels.
But why are they assholes? Like, what about a dog creeps you out, SK?
Well, it's the lifelike appearance with the lifelike lifelessness.
Mm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I could see that because they look pretty real. Well, not too real. They don't really look real, but you know what they look like. I mean, they
They have a human appearance, but they do not appear to be alive.
yeah. But it's
Which
like
means they're what then? Dead?
yeah, but they're not dead
Yeah,
because they're not even
basically.
alive. But even as a kid, I remember just staring at like these dolls. Like, is it gonna move? Is it gonna move? Like it could at any time. What happens? What happens? Ooh.
There. By the way, down in Mexico, there's an island on a river.
Of the dolls.
The island of the dolls.
Yeah.
Where people have hung up full and partial dolls on this from the branches on this island. Now that is crazy shit, man.
And that place is supposed to be haunted as fuck.
Yeah,
I bet so.
The
Island.
Yeah.
Was it the River of the Dolls?
Island
of the Dolls. Okay, I was trying to downplay it. Okay, it's a whole island. Fuck that.
No, it's a real place.
Pull up a picture and show everybody. That place is creepy as shit.
I don't want to show them any of that. That sounds horrible. Okay, I'll pull it up.
Yeah,
you posted that other monster with the big red juicy lips. I'm sure you could do the Island of the Dolls.
Island of the Dolls. Oh yeah, it just comes up. Oh shit.
Yeah,
oh wait a second. These are like baby dolls. These aren't just.
I think we should go on a field trip.
SK, right. Are there any like murders and serial killers in this area? Are you covered in like real monsters?
No. There was a guy who lived on the island for a while. But you know, there's some urban legends about him, but he kind of just left.
The Island of the Dolls.
Wouldn't you?
So who hangs up these dolls?
People come out there and hang them up.
Yeah.
Why? It's just aside a bunch of babies hanging in trees.
Yep.
That is weird. That is pretty weird.
Yeah. They're all over the place too. It's not just.
No, it's this huge island and it's just dolls. Like, and that's actually an okay picture. Like some of them are creepy.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, there's ones that are like burned looking.
Yeah.
Like scorched. Like they look like they were napalmed or something. Damn.
It's creepy. And the place is supposed to be like extremely haunted. I really want to go there.
Let's go there.
Go there and tour the island too. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's film live. If we can get there without being murdered, that would be great.
We won't get murdered.
Yeah. A lot of people say that.
I'll tell you what, guys. If you want us to go here and film live without worrying about getting murdered,
donations,
man.
Donate, and we'll go. Make it happen, guys. I want to go to this place.
I want to go too.
I'll make you both believers.
That might do it, actually.
Right? Yeah. Something like that for sure. If not, then I don't know what to say.
You know, talk about horror movie monsters. We gotta go with like some of the classics here. Like, what about the Wolfman?
Wolfman's one of the best.
Right? Even the makeup for this guy alone was crazy because this was not CG. This is they took their time to make this happen.
Right? And look how good that looks, especially for back in that time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks great.
Yep. There's an actual medical condition which can cause a person to look like this, to have hair over their entire body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would hate to have that. I fucking hate hair. Ugh.
And yet.
Shut up. Shut up. We're not talking about that on the show, guys. Don't even go there.
But yeah, the Wolfman.
I like Count Orlok too, or however you say it.
That's another good one.
He's creepy as shit.
Nosferatu, yes.
Well, we have. By the way, we have other werewolf monsters.
True.
American Werewolf in London.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they did a good job with that.
Howling.
Howling, yeah. Teen Wolf.
I was a teenage werewolf.
Well, that happened. That was a movie.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good movie.
Then turned into a series on MTV. Is that right? I don't remember.
No, it was an actual movie with Michael J.
No,
Fox.
but they turned it into a series though, too, a TV series.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they did.
Yeah.
Dude, look at the count, dude. He was creepy as shit. Those pointy ass ears,
He
those
is.
long ass fingers.
Yes.
How does he wipe his ass?
He doesn't have to. Because Nosferatu
He
doesn't
have
shit.
to, I guess.
Nosferatu.
That'd be-
Count, what's his name? Count,
Orlok?
he does not shit. He doesn't have to shit. Okay? He makes you shit. He looks at you, you shit your pants. He shits through you. Your asshole is his asshole. That's how that works.
Oh my god.
Man, talk about a user.
You know what I really liked too? And it was because it was kind of hot. Was the pyramid head dude from Silent Hill.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good one.
And he's sexy.
Mm-hmm. Well,
should
I don't know
send the
about...
show pics.
See, you got me agreeing.
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
is.
like, uh-huh. Wait. I just agreed to what? He's sexy?
You said Go ahead, post a picture. He's hot. He's got them abs and like.
I don't know if I want to post a picture of this guy.
Come on, do it for me.
Okay,
You
I'll
just
post a
said I was
picture.
48 years
Okay,
old.
the lady's
Speaking of-
Picture.
dragging
Speaking of
off
that-
looks okay. She's all covered in
While
blood.
you're
but-
doing that, Jess, can you think of any sexy female monsters?
Oh,
Nah.
a succubus, but I mean,
I mean, specifically.
Well, the nurses from Silent
oh yeah,
Hill
let me
were hot.
let me get them up. Yeah,
Yeah, them big old boobs.
shh, they could work on me.
See,
Probably
we,
not.
we should have thought about that for the boob show.
Oh yeah, well they would have.
Oh
won.
man,
They would have won.
Fuck yeah!
The
That's
Silent Hill
that's
nurse.
like a Halloween costume goal. Is a guy be that and I be the nurse. That would be so cool.
I would love to have this guy with this giant knife going up against, the Australian guy. Now that's a knife.
Right?
Great. Say that again, SK.
Now that's a knife.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Let's
Show
see.
the boobs.
I got
Why
the
did
nurse.
you
I got the
show
nurses.
boobs?
I got the nurses. There we go. I got some of them there. Yeah. I mean, they don't have much of a face, but that's okay. I don't know what happened
They
there.
don't need a face.
They have
Look at
some.
them.
They have some blades.
I don't know. Faces matter to me.
Just put a sack over it.
SK, come on.
Well, mouths matter.
I would not vote. I
Kinda,
would
sort
not
of.
vote for those over Elvira.
Well, no. Or me. I'm just kidding.
Or you.
Yeah.
They're still really cool, though. Like, the way that they did them was really cool, I think.
Yeah. Very cool.
And in the game. I don't know. I loved them.
What's pretty hot too when you see people cosplay as them. You know,
Yeah, for
great.
sure.
it's great. Like, all right, it's cool. I respect that. Thank you.
I'm
Thank
sure
you for
you
doing that.
do.
Made my day.
Yeah. Such a man whore. The little wormy guys from Tremors, too. Those were fucking pretty
Oh
awesome.
yeah, I was gonna talk about them Tremors
Yeah.
because
Tremors worms.
it's a whole list.
I love
Actually,
that movie.
it's not just worms, but they call them the graboids. What are they called? Yeah, the
I don't know the
graboid.
technical name for them, but they're creepy.
I know the technical name. So in their worm form, they're the graboids, which is crazy. Well, first of all, we're talking about once again another movie where they use practical effects because they had
Yes.
to. They didn't have CGI. So what you see, even though it might look cheesy at times, it's there. It's real. Like the lighting is real.
It's not bad. I mean,
It really isn't.
I think
what are we, 30 years later?
Mhm.
More? And,
I think it was
that
fun.
movie that holds up, right, Tammy?
I would
hell
say
yeah,
so.
it does. And I just like the whole concept of the movie, like these things coming up from the fucking ground. Like you can't. What can you do about that? You can't do anything to stop
Mm-mm.
that.
Mm-mm.
Like, that was a really good movie, and I think it's really underrated.
I agree there.
Very good.
Yeah, and because they have a whole, they actually put time and effort into these creatures, the design and everything. What's it? The director.
Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward.
Mm-hmm. And
The cast alone was really good.
what?
Reba.
Right? I need to watch
She's
that
got
movie.
a nice track.
No, she does. She does.
I love Reba.
The director of this film, he's normally. I'm trying to remember his name. Oh shit! I had it down here.
Ron Underwood.
Ron Underwood. All right, not him,
Underfoot?
but Wilson. I'm thinking Wilson, the guy who normally does
the writer.
Yeah, well, the guy who normally does the character effects. He also did the creature effects. The creatures he did them for like the Predator. He also did them for what Aliens and stuff. He was definitely involved in this because you can see his work right here. Was it? Shit. That's okay.
Oh, the effects guy?
Yeah, the effects guy. I mean, just to work on that alone is great.
See, like the movies back then, like they actually had to put work into that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it's sometimes more impressive than the newer stuff.
Well, absolutely. And especially because, I tell you what, people can spot a digital effect a mile away anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks too good.
What fun is that?
And, and it doesn't even have to be monsters, you can tell a real car crash from a digital car crash. Anybody
Right?
can.
Yeah.
And when you see a real car flying through the air, you're going to be a little bit more impressed with that.
Exactly.
Like you want to see the real sparks. Like you want to see the cars collide and like the real authentic sparks. I know they make it with their effects, but it looks real. But if it's with CGI, it doesn't. It looks all like fake. You could tell.
No, yeah. And like, okay, the poltergeist, the fucking pool scene, and they use real skeletons, like real body skeletons,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
why
and
it was cursed.
So I have a book. I have a coffee table book on industrial light and magic that's now very outdated, but the chapter on Poltergeist talks about the ending when the house implodes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was so cool how they did that because they made an exact model of the house, like 1/4 scale or something, and they had a huge industrial vacuum cleaner, and they rigged it up with wires inside, and then they blasted it with shotguns and just sucked it all into the vacuum cleaner.
How did that go?
What?
Never mind.
Oh, and by the way, I gotta clear something.
House.
I had my information about the Tremors creature mixed up. I was thinking of the Pumpkinhead. Stan Winston, the guy who did the Pumpkinhead monster.
Oh, Stan Winston.
Yeah,
he
that
does
guy.
Everything.
Yeah, his hands in everything. But yeah.
You know the other little monsters that I like too? The little guys from The Gate.
That's
Those
good.
little critter guys, like they were cool too. And I love that movie.
They were very cool.
Speaking of the worm guys from Men in Black stole the show.
Oh yeah.
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 I would agree there.
And those were again practical effects for the most part. Like the kitchen scene at the beginning when they're pouring coffee and talking shit.
Yeah.
Those were puppets.
They were.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dang.
Hey, but one thing I gotta say about the Tremors creature, because okay. There's a form called the Ass Blaster. That's all you need. There's 3 forms of the Tremors creature. There's a worm, right? There's the walker one, I think what they call it a shrieker. Then there's the flying one, which they call it the Ass Blaster. So just let that sink in. I think
was that in one of the sequels?
Yeah, it's in the 3rd one.
Okay.
Number 3, we call it the Ass Blaster. I don't even know why.
You are such a freaking dork. I swear to God.
You gotta love it though.
Jesse still has a toilet fetish from when he was 4.
Right?
Toilet humor. Oh,
Butt
I think we
stuff.
established
I don't
that
know.
on the last show where I was drinking wine out of a mug during the art house talk.
Out of a mug?
Yeah,
I try
Oh
to
my
class up.
God.
that was his attempt to be classy,
Oh my God.
Texas
No
style.
word.
Yeah. That's
No
not even
word.
Texas. That's just redneck.
It wasn't a horn cup, at least.
No. I was gonna do red solo, but I decided to use a mug. Okay.
I'm drinking my wine out of a wine glass tonight. Yeah.
I'm drinking my Fireball out of a wine glass.
Although I was at my niece's gymnastics thing last night, and our friend had wine in I think it was a Jack in the Box cup, and I was drinking out of that. So yeah, I guess I'm right there with you.
okay. Well, you're talking about smuggling a drink into a place. You know, that's different.
That's
That's where it has to
different.
be
That's
incognito. You know,
Yeah,
right?
true.
I have my daughter bought me a set of stainless steel stemless wine glasses,
Oh, nice.
and I just use those for everything.
Do you even drink wine?
I do. I haven't for a while, but I do. I do like a nice Syrah or a Petite Syrah or a Malbec.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A good Riesling is nice. Pinot Noir, Pinot Grigio even.
I
So
know
I
very
know a little
little
bit.
of what you speak right now. I'm just like, yeah, wines,
Like, I
yeah.
drink coffee.
I'm not that
Yeah.
sophisticated.
Hey, nothing teach you more about wine than having a crush on a girl who is really into wine.
That's true. That's motivation. That's for sure.
Hell yes. That's how I learned English grammar.
That's good. One good way to learn it. Oh, okay. Wait. What about badass monsters like the Predator? Would he count? I mean, is that a horror monster?
Well, you know what?
Technically.
Technically he is, but he's also just a person from another place. But I guess that's what you could say that about almost every monster, couldn't you? I suppose.
Like a xenomorph is not a
that's
person, but
true.
he's a creature from another place.
Yeah, I guess.
Is Xenomorph what you call it, the alien?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
dork.
But yeah, Predator. I mean, as far as badass horror monsters go, which we'll probably get some flack about this because people, it's not horror. Okay.
But
We talked about this before.
Sci-fi and horror crossover in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Like, let's take the Predator movie. The first half, definitely action. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
Is kicking ass. You know? All right.
Special forces, CIA, military incursion, all through the jungle, all that regular shit, except for the slight foreshadowing.
You got Jesse the Body Ventura in there, too. And they're all kicking ass.
Yep.
And then this happens. Then they're hunted by something. It
I guess
wastes.
you can call that horror.
Carl Weathers from Rocky.
Right? So that's when it shifts. That's when the movie becomes not an action flick, but something else.
Yeah.
Right. When the
guess.
hunters become the hunted.
Yeah. And I think what sells the horror in that movie, and we talked about this before with another guest as well, is that the first part, it sells how strong and how effective this group is. Okay. They're a deadly killing force. All right. But then you have this thing, which they talked about kind of in the beginning, right? They kind of hinted like this thing in the woods. But, what is it? Man, it's just it's nothing. But now it's killing them. Oh, shit. They're powerless. They don't know what to do. They all die. They die real fast.
Plus, they have the cute local girl who sees it first.
Yeah.
Gives them clues of what's going on and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally a monster. Totally a monster. And that crab face mask. Awesome.
Yes.
Wasn't that creepy as shit?
That was, I mean, the first time you saw that, come on. That was selling.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an
Yeah.
ugly ass face, man. The practical effects, no CG there. Except maybe the nuke.
I'd date him.
But you date him?
Yeah.
Probably has a good tongue. You think the Predator's hung?
I mean,
Well,
look at that
I mean-
face. I can just imagine what he can do with that mouth.
Oh.
And he's got those long fingernails, right?
Yeah. I'm down.
No, hold on, Tammy. The question was answered. Do you think he's hung, though? Do you think he's... I mean, down there.
I'm sure
Well,
he
you
is.
don't even know where down there is on
But
a.
he might not even have it down there.
Oh, he has it down there. But I'm saying, I don't know. Maybe he took a lot of steroids, too. Maybe he kind of shriveled his dick. I mean, he was going against Arnold, right? And there
Back
was...
home.
Well, okay,
his
steroids
name
do
is-
not necessarily equal to dick, though.
Okay. Well, we're also talking about a monster that used a lot of devices. Look at him. He has so many like gadgets and devices on him.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot be mad at that. You cannot
Nothing
be
wrong
mad
with
at that.
toys.
I think
Yeah,
he's compensating.
So I think he'd be fun.
I think he might
No,
have
no,
like a-
no, no. It's not. God, Jesse, you're so self-conscious.
I'm not projecting here at all, guys.
Toys don't automatically mean that you're like trying to make up for something else. They just add to the fun.
Oh, that they add to the fun. Okay.
You know, you
used
didn't
to-
know that concept?
Yeah, they do add to the fun. He has dreads though. He might have you know what? He might be hung down there. He might have,
He's got really big hands.
yeah.
Yeah, even if he's not hung down there, his hands are nice, so we're good.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Cool.
You can't be intimidated by toys, Jesse.
I'm intimidated by toys. All right. What other horror monsters come to y'all's mind when you think horror
Zombies.
movies? Zombies. Okay.
Zombies are always good.
Zombies are good.
Zombies are played out in so many different ways,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And they're like, rah, 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 rah. That's all they say.
Right.
Yeah.
It's and sometimes. So I have a problem with a great many zombie stories
Mhm.
Yeah.
because it's like, Jesus, if you get caught by a zombie, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right, but they're so much faster these days. Like I remember, like,
Yeah, the
Back in the day,
stumbling,
they were hella
bumbling.
slow. and now they're fucking like on crack or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like doing
That makes
parkour
more
and shit.
sense, right?
Well, I don't
I-
know. It depends. It depends on what's causing the zombie. Like if it's a reanimated dead, living dead, like they came out from the ground and shit. It's like, would they be moving fast or would they be kind of like shambling corpses?
But they're all dead, technically. So none of them should be fucking basically running after you.
Yeah. And even if they did run, if it's because there's different kind of zombies. There's your like 28 days later zombie where it's like a super rabies or something, right? Okay, they're
Yeah.
fast, but then you have the reanimated dead where like okay, the dead are coming back. So if they're decaying, if there's any element of decay there, and they run, I don't know. That puts a question about their legs. Are their legs gonna just crap under them? I mean,
Yes, eventually. Here's the problem, and I wish I could take credit for this concept, but I read about it from a biologist's take on Walking Dead, and what he said, it makes a total amount of sense. Is that there would be a massive population growth in every level of carnivorous predator in the ecosystem, and they would just eat the fuck out of the zombies, and it would take like 2 years before they would be gone, because the dogs, the wolves, the foxes, the crows, the bears, their populations would just explode. And in fact, eventually you'd end up fighting those more than you'd be fighting the zombies.
Now, the problem that the predators may have is the zombie swarms in mass. The zombies may outnumber them, like with the herd. But if they were to but the counter to that, I guess,
predators know how to hunt. That's kind of their shtick.
They can
That's what they do.
Not be seen, not be heard, and just take them out silently, one by one.
And they're fast.
Mm-hmm. Now, the zombies that are stored in a warehouse or in a building, I don't know if they'll be able to get to them. Maybe
they'd figure it out eventually as the easy pickings became consumed, and then they would start to figure out how to hunt them. And that might be the problem, is that the bears and the wolves especially, they're smart animals. They'd figure shit out, and then they'd figure out shit that you maybe don't want them to figure out.
Oh, and don't, I know some people I guess the dogs can't figure shit out, but they can.
Absolutely.
A dog will figure out how to open a door. They will figure out how to get around a puzzle. They will figure out how to get around an obstacle to get, to get certain food, to get whatever they want. They know. It's the same reason why your dog knows it can get on the couch when you're not looking, because it knows.
Listen, I've had dogs that I have seen them studying doorknobs.
Yeah.
Not to figure out how they work, but to figure out how they can operate them.
Yeah. Oh, with their little paws, they do that. My dog's gonna open the door.
No, mouths. I've had my dobies would try and figure out how to use their mouths.
Oh shit, they use their mouth
around.
Oh man, my dogs always use their. Oh, that's because I have the lever. Knob.
Yeah,
that's why.
God, if I had lever type doorknobs in my house, the dogs would have been anywhere they wanted to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And then of course we're just talking about dogs. Bears are a whole other thing.
Right.
Bears already are a killing fucking force. You're out in the woods hunting and a bear comes onto you and you're not prepared. Good luck. Just not. From what I hear anyway. Don't even.
If you go into the wild in say Alaska or Northwest Territories, if you get off of the main track, and I know this from a firsthand account from a nature a guy who makes nature documentaries. He goes out into these really remote places, and you keep a rifle on your person. If you get any farther from your vehicle than where you can touch it and you don't have a rifle, your life is in danger.
Yeah, that's true, man.
He did that one time, and he found out why that's a rule.
But he survived, right?
He survived to tell the story, but it was touch and go.
Okay.
It was really close.
So zombies, I mean, they're tired out. Just about everyone talks about zombies, but as far as horror monsters go, I mean, they're good, but they can be taken out by predators, by natural.
Yeah,
predators.
they're like the stormtroopers.
Yeah,
they're the stormtroopers of horror monsters.
They kind of are. And just about every movie makes the military seem fucking stupid, which I know the cliche is that the military is stupid, and it is true. They are kind of stupid at times. But I would press X to doubt on the military just collapsing in a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. I think they have protocols. They would quarantine the fuck out of you real fast. They'd be like, no. We're not.
So this really pissed me off. One of the early episodes of Walking Dead, and they come across a fucking Bradley.
Yeah, tank.
Bradley.
Yeah.
Was it an Abrams or a Bradley? Anyway, it was an armored vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
A fucking armored vehicle, and they get inside of it and then decide, nah, we don't want this.
They could have had a tank. You could just run over all the zombies.
They could have had a fucking tank. Jesus Christ, what other vehicle do you want more than a tank in a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah. You know, you could run over the zombies. They might swarm over and well,
And they can't get in.
They
can't
can't
fucking get in.
They'll tire out eventually.
It makes no sense at all.
Which
You
makes you
can
wonder.
drive over them.
Wait.
You can do anything you want in a tank.
Wait. But the other question is, how the fucking tank get there? Like, without someone in it. Like, why was that tank just abandoned? That doesn't.
Well, they got out for some stupid reason. That was unexplained.
Yeah, but that doesn't make.
It doesn't make any sense. You're in a. It's like being in a castle, and some puny army comes up against you, and you go, "Well, we don't need this castle. We're going to go out and meet them on the open field." Like,
right?
No, you don't do that. You stay behind your walls.
Yeah, you can shoot them from up there. You know, shoot those fuckers. You know, just see that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, zombies are good.
So in the movie Legend with Will Smith, were those zombies?
Or I Am Legend. Well,
Yeah.
I think they're really supposed to be like vampires, but they're zombies. Vampires.
They
Well,
weren't
in the book, they were
vampires.
supposed to be, in the book they were supposed to be vampires. They were supposed to be.
But in the movie, they weren't.
But
You
they
know,
were fast, right?
They were fast.
They were fast. Yeah.
They had some intelligence
Yeah.
because they could plan. I think, but they didn't come out during the day.
Yeah, they did.
Did they? No.
No, they didn't come out during the day at first. I thought they were afraid of the day. See, that's why some people say that they're vampires, because they don't like the light. They don't come out during the day. They huddle inside that
in the
shelter.
dark buildings. Yeah.
They always come out at night.
But they could coordinate an attack on his house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the dog scene, that was during the day.
But the dog ran into the building. That was a problem. The dog, and that's where he was devoured. Remember, he went into the building, followed the dog, and the dog. So he wasn't devoured. He was bit, and he had to put down his dog because his dog was infected because he was bit. That's why they're kind of like a hybrid between zombies and vampires. But they're
Vampires.
Yeah.
By the way, I will commit to this here and now. If I ever make a monster movie, or any movie, if I ever make a feature film, the dog will not die.
Oh, that's
Thank
good.
you.
That's good. But the cat will. The cats will fucking die.
The cats,
Fuck
geez, all day
you.
long.
You'll
Yeah.
die.
I will die. I'll be there too, with the cat.
I'm gonna make sure
Who
you die.
cares
first.
about cats? But not the dogs.
Oh my god, I can't. I hate you guys.
No, I'm teasing. There won't be any cats.
Speaking of vampires, and there's a lot of good vampires in horror. Of course, you got Dracula. We talked about Count what's his name from Nosferatu, but you have Dracula, you have Lestat,
Right.
you have so many.
And there's a whole genre. Well, I don't know. There's a trilogy of French vampire movies from the 60s, and I can't remember their titles. And there's two vampire chicks. And it's very, very, yeah. They tend to run around naked a fair amount because it's a French film. What else are you gonna do?
That's what you do in a French film.
That's all there is to do. You talk
Oh.
and then you take your clothes off and run around because it's French cinema.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, God, if I had to live in France, I would, because it's either that or jump off a bridge.
Now, for like the best vampires in horror films, like what would y'all say is the best vampire?
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love her. Yeah.
Celine.
Underworld. And
Yeah.
I really like the vampires in that movie, that franchise. They were done well.
Mm-hmm.
and she wore leather, and it's Kate
Oh my god.
Beckinsale.
Okay, you guys. All you
Yeah.
guys think about.
Well, it's
Jesus.
Kate.
I mean, come on, she's fucking gorgeous.
She is. And she's like such a natural beauty too. She's not like all faked up and
No,
Yeah.
she's not plumped up.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
None of
no,
that.
totally. Was she a dancer at some point in her life? Because she moves like one. Don't you
I
think?
don't know.
I would say she does. Just to say, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Celine's a good one. She's definitely really good. Let's see. I'm thinking. I don't know. You do have the 30 Days of Night vampires.
That was done well too.
They're not.
I do like the movie.
They're not hot, but they're very brutal.
Yeah.
And I like that. That's savage. Savageness.
And I mean, Interview with the Vampires. I mean, that was that was done well. I think
the
too.
What
Stop.
about True Blood?
Huh?
You like Lestat?
Oh, Lestat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about Lestat?
I don't know. He's just sexy.
Ruffles?
It's not even the ruffles. I don't know.
The
he's
hair? It's the hair. You
smooth
like the hair.
and-
Okay.
don't
Well, I
know.
mean, Lestat is cool. As someone who read a lot of Anne Rice and who's like in high school,
Queen of the Damned. Loved that movie. Loved that movie.
the
Yeah.
movie was good. The book was better, but
The book was definitely better, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think.
But that's because the movie combined it seemed to combine Queen of the Dam and the Vampire Lestat into like two like together, which is like what?
Yeah.
Because
You know what it is about Lestat that women dig? It's not just that they're handsome, because
Tom
there's
Cruise?
handsome guys. It's not just that. Because I want to draw parallels between Lestat and True Blood, the Swedish guy, Skarsgård. They're the ultimate bad guys, right? Bad
Mhm.
boys. I'm not bad guys, but bad boys.
Bad boys. Yeah. Exactly.
They epitomize the attributes of bad boys that women find interesting. And let me tell you what that is. That is
Tell
Getting-
me what that is.
it is the sense of danger within a framework of safety.
Yeah. No, you're right.
so what does it mean? Like there's dangers, but they can take them on. If something went south.
No. It's the safety is that they're not going to turn that danger on you.
Ah, so you think? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They,
No,
that
I
they
agree.
can, that they will take you being the female in this scenario, they will take you on exciting, risky, dangerous adventures, but you will come out safe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I guess that's one stereotype, one trope of the vampires. It's supposed to be very attractive, very alluring. That's how the baits his victims,
Yeah.
if you will. So there is that sexual element, kind of, sort of. The original.
Oh, very sexual element. I mean,
Oh, definitely.
The whole
Absolutely.
vampire thing is a huge fetish for
I mean-
a lot of people.
First of all, that character was created by Anne Rice, who has like a major perv. Oh my god! Like her other books, there's sex scenes throughout it. I was like, man, all right.
Was he created by her though? I mean,
Yeah.
was-
Yeah, Anne Rice created Lestat. He's
The
first
other thing-
introduced
the
in,
oth-
I think,
The other aspect of the vampire bad boy is that they don't cater to the women. They're not the like the incels, right? The incels will do whatever the fuck the woman says, hoping that works out.
will you
But
touch
the
it?
vampires tell the women what to do. They take charge.
But women like that.
And men these days don't do that. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Incels do the
that makes it so
opposite.
sexy. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then there's the blood aspect, and the eternal youth.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. Which
but
in
by
this
the
film,
way,
they talk about that too with what's her name? I can't remember the name of the girl vampire, the little one. God, what was her name?
Oh,
No
what's
one
her
knows.
in Interview,
Yeah. What was her name?
What's her stupid name?
Oh my God! Come on.
How could I not know her name right
I thought it was
now?
something with a C.
hold on.
I'll tell you.
Oh my God. Okay, Google. Claudia, right? Claudia.
No.
No?
In the movie?
Yvette.
Her real name.
No. I thought her name was Claudia.
Claudia, Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Kristen Dunst was Claudia. Yeah.
So it was Claudia. Look at that. Yeah. And that was Louis. Louis did that because he's such a fucking so fucking pussy. He didn't want to take him with. I don't know.
Hey.
But, so as far as vampires go, I would say these guys are some top pick. You got Lestat, you got Count Nosferatu guy. Of course you have Dracula. He's like
Vlad the Impaler.
yeah. Oh well, you want to go? Yeah. You got him.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right?
Although effective for a while. But the problem was that Vlad was so effective that it pissed off. I mean, he was effective in turning back the Turks, but his methods were not exactly popular with the locals.
Well, yeah, you impel a bunch of people. That's not going to look really good in the yard, right? The HOA is going to get on your ass about that shit.
It really devalues property.
Yeah.
Alexander Skarsgård. How about that for an acting genealogy family? The Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Daddy and at least two sons.
What were they in? Oh, I'm trying to remember. Like they were in a bunch of stuff, right?
The Skarsgårds?
Yeah.
Well, the dad Stellan was in like 1,000 movies. He was in, for example, Thor.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Damn.
Apparently, according to IMDb, Alexander, the vampire version of the family, he's getting a spin-off from True Blood.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, I never watched that show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Not one episode.
There
I
were
heard it was
actually two interesting characters, in my opinion. One was Alexander Skarsgård,
Mm-hmm.
the tall Swede, who was some kind of, I forget exactly what, some kind of local magistrate for the vampires. And his right-hand man, so to speak, who was the chick.
Mm-hmm.
And her name was, hold on, really long, Kristen Bauer von Straten.
That's a name.
That is a name.
Yeah.
From Wisconsin, oddly enough, but a very German name.
Interesting. Okay. Now this stuff is good. Oh,
Yeah, she was an interesting character.
now for other horror movie monsters, I think when
What
they're
about
really
the Japanese?
Oh, you know what? We haven't talked anything about Japanese horror monsters.
Yeah, 'cause that's a whole thing in itself.
Like
That little
Godzilla.
creepy bitch from The Ring. Ooh.
Oh my god!
Shit.
Which, by the way, if anybody doesn't know, was originally a Japanese movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ringu.
And the little bitch from The Grudge.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. That was also good. The Japanese version, of course, was a lot better. Ringu,
Yeah, whoever
man.
They
produced
don't
that
care in
movie.
those movies.
Say again.
They don't care in those movies. They go all out. Like
They
there's
do.
no
Which, you know
No
what?
limits.
I think there seems to be like a disconnect. Or some people, I guess, American audiences, I don't know, maybe it was people that went to the Blockbuster at the time when they rented it, but whenever they would rent the Ring or whatever, they come back saying, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it. It's like, why? What was wrong with it? I just didn't like it. But you like horror, right? It's like, yeah, but I just didn't like it. It's like, I don't get it.
No, I thought as far as horror goes, I thought it was surprisingly well done, and
Mhm.
and very. I like frankly, I like the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
It's not overwrought, it's not overdone. Relies on situational terror as much as anything, which I really appreciate because that takes some cleverness,
Hmm.
right?
It does.
And the guy who imported that, who bought the rights to that story, figured out that the Japanese are doing some crazy ass shit over there. We should get the rights to this, and
Yes.
that was his first effort, and he got a bunch more. He really started the wave of importing Japanese stories and having them remade in the U.S.
Yeah, I remember it became a trend in a certain time. What was it, like? I don't know, man. It was
2000,
2004
like that.
or something. Yeah, around that area, that time. You got the grunge. You got Ring. What else? What else came out? There's some other stuff I can't recall at this time.
What was the videotape one?
See, I can't think of any of the movies like their movies with like monsters. Like, I mean, like I think of like the audition.
Children are
and,
monsters.
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't have any kids though, so I mean, I can't really say.
You've known some. You were one.
Yeah, but I was a good kid. Like honestly,
Oh.
I was a good. No, I was seriously. I was a good kid. I was good until I got out of school, and then I got wild.
You got out from under mommy and daddy's thumb where they couldn't watch you, and then you.
Well, no, my parents weren't even really strict with me. I was just a good kid.
What was
Honestly,
wrong?
A good kid, right? Yeah.
I was.
Uh-huh.
I was a good kid.
Yeah. Wait.
Good grades. in
SK.
school.
It was The Ring. The Ring is the one with the VHS. You watch it. You
Oh, is
watch the
it?
tape. Yeah.
Yeah, and
The
then the
tape
girl
would kill
comes
you.
out. Yeah.
The tape would kill you, or the girl would come out, which is crazy because that means anyone who watched it would die. So,
Right.
law
In
enforcement.
real life, that videotape is the lake house.
Don't watch it.
Oh my god. I
Uh-huh.
can't.
Talk about horror.
Yeah, right. Oh man. But they had for Japanese, for actual monsters, they have Godzilla. I mean that's a whole. It's not
yeah,
really
that's true.
hard, but it
Godzilla,
can
Mothra.
be. It's because it takes on a whole other life in itself. It becomes more like action, in my opinion, but it's a whole other franchise. It's a whole other thing, which I'm not really that well versed in, that knowledgeable about. But yeah, you got Godzilla, Mothra. What else? You got the three. What's the three-headed ones? Ghidorah. What's his name? Come on.
Hold on. I got that. I got this.
Let's go to Google.
I'm
King-
not really pretty
King-
on Japanese horror, so I can't really say.
Gamera?
Gamera. I think so.
No, that's not the three.
No, that's not the one. It's King
It's
something.
Jesse's ex-girlfriend. What's its name?
Yeah. Let's see. Let me think of my
Oh,
exes.
Ghidorah.
King
Ghidorah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that stuff has a strong fan base. Has a strong following. It works well.
Cthulhu.
Well, Cthulhu's not even. That's not Japanese.
That's not Japanese.
That's American. That's American made right there. You know, that's Lovecraft.
But it's kind of that same ocean dwelling monster concept.
Yeah, it kind of does have that sort of. They call them a kaiju. They call them kaijus. Yeah, it does have that form now. In fact,
in which the modern version is what, Pacific Rim?
Yeah, that sort of stuff. And Cthulhu, man, that's a whole other monster in itself. That's not really a horror movie monster. That's more of just like a horror monster.
Yeah,
he's a staple in the horror genre
we had
now.
Church of Cthulhu on the show last winter.
Did we?
Remember that? Church of Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, Church of Cthulhu. We did have him on.
Yeah,
that's right. Right, the whole church dedicated to Cthulhu, which he's like a, he's kind of overpowered.
Not the worst thing I've seen.
No, it's not the worst thing. Not the worst church. It's better than Scientology. It's more believable. But you got Cthulhu, in my opinion, he's overpowered. Like nothing can top him apparently, but he just sleeps all day. He's like this overpowering beast with psychological powers and shit, but he just slumbers all the time. So as long as he doesn't wake up, you're good. So
he's a beach bum.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Is Tammy still here? Jesus, you're so quiet.
I'm here. I just don't know a lot about those movies. So
Okay.
no.
Well, let's talk about one you do know. You know about the Blob?
Well, duh.
Okay. What do you think about the Blob as a horror movie monster? Good? Bad?
I'll
worse?
back the attitude, young lady.
I could be a bitch if I want to.
Be a bitch. Be a puta. Come on.
I'm actually not a bitch, but the Blob was okay. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't like super impressive.
What about The Thing?
Oh, that's a whole other thing.
That wasn't one of my favorite movies either.
Oh, it
interesting.
probably went over her head. Did it go over your head?
Oh man,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's suicidal
Are you
tonight.
Because you've been mean all night.
I'm just joking. No.
I don't think I like you anymore.
That's okay. I don't even like myself sometimes.
I can see why.
I don't like myself, guys. No, but the Thing, the monster in The Thing, like the creepy looking, it takes various forms from what it
Yeah,
hosts.
I mean that was pretty fucked up. So yeah, I mean I guess, and for that time frame too, like I don't know. I think they did a decent job with it, but
I mean it wasn't CG. It was all practical effects. It was
John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell. Come on, what's not to like?
Oh, Kurt Russell. Come on now. He's good.
Kurt Russell.
If you have a movie and has Kurt Russell in it,
he's actually older than me.
Yeah, and by the way, if you have a film and has Kurt Russell in it, there's no reason why it should fail. There's no reason, even if it flops. Like Big Trouble in Little China, great film.
great movie. Loved that movie.
Yeah.
It should have been a real piece of shit that nobody ever heard of again.
But it has character. It has character. That's because Kurt Russell, he can make it. He brings. He's good. All right.
He's a lot older than me. And he's got like a 26-year-old fiance now?
Mm-hmm. I think
Kurt
so.
Russell?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Well, when you're
He's not with Goldie Hawn anymore?
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
No, Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn are still together.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good. Because how cute of a couple is that? That's just should be illegal. It's so cute.
They're adorable. Okay, so he's way older than you. He's 68, so you're not in your 60s yet.
55. SK is 55.
We're still playing this game?
I want to know now.
You want to know, but not
45.
not on the air. I want to know why you want to know, though. That's important. That's the real important issue.
Oh, you'll find out after the show, huh? I don't know.
I'm just curious.
I got all my hair, you know.
That's good. That's good, SK. I'm glad. I'm glad you're not balding yet.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh shit.
Ah.
I have no fucking words.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to bring it back to the thing. I try to keep it on point.
I thought we were talking about the thing.
No. But about the thing, just from the opening.
Oh, no.
When the dog
That's great.
transforms in the kennels or whatever, that's when you know this movie's going to take another form. It's like, what is that? That weird mutation shit? It's like, holy hell.
And the spider with the funky head and the
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's good.
And the
By the way,
double-headed
if
thing.
you ever have the chance to listen to the commentary tracks for Alien, it's very educational if you're interested in the concepts of what goes into a good horror story. And Ridley freely admits that it's a horror story, Alien.
Yeah.
And one of the things, two of the things that at least that are in Alien, the elements are in the thing, and that is isolation and tight quarters.
Yeah. I mean, they're in Antarctica. You're
Right.
not going to get really any more isolated than that other than space. I mean, you're
It
by
might as
yourself.
well be space. It might as well be space for as isolated as you are.
Yep.
Especially during the polar winter when, you know, maybe it's better now. We have better aircraft and ships, but pretty much the continent shuts down during the winter and nobody gets in or out. And that's a real thing to this day.
Oh, yeah, because it'll freeze. I mean, the vehicles won't be able to operate, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the storms are horrendous.
But did you know, supposedly, there's a secret Nazi base in Antarctica? A Rainbow City.
Well, yeah, those fuckers build bases everywhere.
I was trying to fuck with Tammy because I don't know if she heard it, because you and I know about this. We heard about it from a guest. But, Tammy,
Ah,
did you know about the secret Rainbow City in Antarctica?
no, never heard of
It's
it.
a secret Nazi base.
Well,
Rainbows.
not very secret now
Yeah.
since you're telling it.
I know, you got a big fucking mouth, Jesse.
I know, I'm just giving it out. Don't
Just handing over the secrets to the enemies.
Speaking
Hey.
of Alien, though, great monster. The Xenomorph, the alien, and aliens. I mean,
By the way,
that has to be the
Go ahead.
most intimidating monster that we've talked about. I would think. I mean, the thing is pretty good. It's
Yes.
scary, but
which brings up a very good point of when it comes to antagonists. The strength of a story rides on the back of the antagonist, not the protagonist. Because in the beginning, the protagonist is weak and has to develop into the person who can defeat the antagonist.
yes,
And that takes time. But the strength of a story rides on the back of the antagonist. And Alien has one of the best antagonists ever devised. Almost impossible to defeat. And that's the key. Almost. Has to be seemingly impossible to beat. But in the very, very last moment, the protagonist finds the way to defeat the antagonist. And that's the hallmark of a long-lasting, persistent story. And Alien has that.
Oh yeah. And so many things
Oh,
against her too. Like, I mean, the creature's like menacing. It hunts at another level. It has acid for blood. You know, Crazy shit.
relentless, uncaring. You don't even know what the fuck it wants except to maybe kill everybody.
And looking at this
Are
close
you
up here.
describing me?
Yeah, Tammy, we're describing you. Yeah.
Sure.
But
Insatiable.
looking at the steel here, I haven't really noticed this much. Looking at the detail, it's like it seems like it's part mechanical, but
Right.
is it?
That inner jaw seems to be metal, right?
Yeah.
And the teeth seem to be metal. H.R. Giger, the German fuckhead artist who created that, who's a weird as shit fuckhead, but genius, who
Fuckhead.
Ridley Scott sought out to do the design for Alien. What an amazing, that his concepts for Alien will live forever.
But
Yeah.
he's a fuckhead.
Well,
I mean, nobody had seen shit like that before, unless you knew Giger, and almost nobody did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how much of a fuckhead was Giger? Like, what
He
what
was
are we
Oh,
talking-
he was
Fuckhead.
twisted ass fuck, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
A total
Everything-
fuckhead.
Yeah. Everything he did had a sexual element to it.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it sounds
Nothing
like
wrong with it. I'm just saying. You
sounds like
but
Tammy.
in
What?
sounds like me.
What?
Everything I do has a sexual element to it.
Oh, yeah, this is pretty. I'm going to send you this. This looks pretty sexual. Hold on.
yeah, Giger was a twisted ass man, but his art resonates with so many people. It's fantastic.
Oh,
It's
okay.
dark and creepy.
Yeah.
and,
Looking at some Giger art now, I can see what you're talking about. That looks cool. Oh, wait. So I heard this argument once that the reason why the aliens' heads designed that way is to be a phallus. Is that?
Oh
that
yeah,
just
he
a
was
penis?
totally gay.
He was totally gay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely. This is unquestioned. I mean, it's not even a debatable thing.
Oh.
He was openly gay. But that's not, okay, so. But his shit was, I
I can't even share this art.
his
I can't
art
even put this art on the
reflects some-
screen.
Share what
yeah.
I sent. Why can't you?
Well,
Yeah,
this
that's a
one
good
looks
one.
great. This one has Satan in it, and you have the. Okay.
And he had this great fascination with mixing biological and mechanical elements.
Man, well that explains the Xenomorph.
Yeah.
All right, let me share some of this stuff. It's twisted as fuck.
I mean, so that Ridley Scott was started off as a painter, an artist.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was that before he became a director of advertising. He directed TV ads. And he did that for many years. And the reason he was able to transition from a painter to a director of commercials to Alien is because he was a fucking artist.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, look at that shit.
Yeah, we change it real fast because I realize there's artsy nipples. I totally missed that.
Whatever. It's
Yeah.
Giger. It's
Oh, who
art.
gives a shit?
It's YouTube.
You'd have to hunt for that.
Yeah, I know. My eyes found out. I was like, oh. And here's some ass though. Here's some booty. So he was gay?
It looks like she's got something up her hoo-ha.
Yeah. So
I don't see it. What's going on?
oh, you missed it. It's like, where's Waldo? You got to find it.
Don't be a dick.
Now, I'm not being a dick, but there are dicks
are.
hidden there.
Yeah, you see what I mean by there's one right straight at the top. It's plain as can
Oh
be.
yeah, straight up coming out of the top of the head of the thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And all of these pipe organ things are dicks with faces.
Yeah. There's dicks everywhere. He loves
But
dicks.
you see what I
But
mean about
he
combining the
seems like
biological
ass, though.
and
There's
mechanical.
female asses over here. These aren't male asses. Male asses are not plump like this. So he might be.
Maybe he was bi. I mean, he
maybe
didn't.
was bi.
Even gay artists appreciate the female form.
You know, one thing I want to ask a gay dude is like oh, it does matter? Does it differ like a woman ass versus a male ass? Like, I mean,
Would it matter to you? Well, maybe you're the wrong one to ask.
oh, yeah.
Okay, let me ask the straight guy. Does it matter if it's a male?
It
ass
does
or
matter
woman's
to
ass?
me. Yes.
It does matter to
Okay,
me.
then. So
Yeah,
I'm sure it goes the same way the other way around.
I guess
can
so.
see the difference.
Yeah.
Anybody? You can see the difference.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely see the difference. Yeah. Yeah, man, this guy's crazy.
Besides, a female ass has other areas
Yeah.
besides the ass. Other
Man.
more
All
interesting.
right.
Well, we're talking about Giger. We're getting a little.
Oh,
perverted
right.
here.
Giger. Yeah. Back on top.
Oh god. So talking about these horror monsters, didn't really talk about all of them I wanted to talk about tonight, but we did talk about a fair amount.
Is it time already?
It is time, but what would you say would you still say your favorite's the same? Like, would it change after talking about all this?
No. Not mine.
I think mine would change.
My
think mine
two
would change.
favorites are the two that I said.
Who are your favorites? Who are your tops? I mean, your
Pazuzu
favorites.
is number one, and like I said, that guy from that movie House.
Okay.
And the little dudes from Tremor, the wormy things.
I'm disappointed that we didn't mention The Fly. Jeff Goldblum turning into The Fly. Very, very horrific.
Yeah.
Well done, for sure.
Yes. And also Stay Puffed. That's my new favorite.
Stay puffed.
That right there. You would not.
He wasn't a monster. He was just misunderstood. He didn't want to be there.
But he was there. He was there. Damn
He's
it.
not a monster.
He was crushing cars, doing property damage.
It's not. He was possessed by a demon. That's not his fault.
That's no excuse.
Yeah, how many times have you used that excuse, Tammy?
I don't have to. I just bat
Oh,
my eyes and everything's okay.
Mhm.
Alien is still one of my tops. Because
Alien's
that's
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alien's tough to beat, man, in very many senses of the
See,
word.
I'm not like really into sci-fi though, so I didn't
Yeah.
get like really into those movies. But the way that they did him, yes, that he was created well, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, in that series it gets wild. You said him. In that series. Well, yeah, that series. Oh God, man, I'm thinking. What is it? Aliens 3, where there's a sex scene. Oh God, damn it. Which one was that?
Oh, they Aliens 3 should just be erased.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Where
Yeah.
Sigourney's being done by a xenomorph? It's like, what the fuck is
Well,
going on
and
here?
then she's
Pregnant?
holding her baby and while she's dying and shit like that. That was just inexcusable.
Was that still Ridley Scott?
No. He only did the first one and Prometheus.
Yeah. Man.
He wanted to reboot the system. He wanted to look into the origins of the alien more.
Ah.
But 3 was just a train wreck.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree.
inexcusable waste of a franchise.
I'd have to agree just for that scene alone, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this. If so, press the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Y'all take it easy.
Good night.